Welcome back to Starr Soaps channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. My name's Crystal Starr and I'm the Queen Soaper here at Starr Soaps. I make all the soap, all the videos, it's all from me. So if you're not already, when you want to be, then why don't you hit that subscribe button? Yeah, that's right, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll always be notified when I upload a super groovy new video, and you'll find out about giveaways and other fun things that we're doing on the channel. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, become a member of our Starr Soaps family, and stay along this journey with me to figure out how I make this. Isn't it cool? That's right. Today I'm going to be making a soap for the guys, but it's not going to be boring. We're going to make a really cool soap for the guys. Where'd it go? So stay tuned and I'll show you just how I made that super groovy soap. Squee! So first things first, we're going to add our cooled lye water to our cooled oils, and never the other way around. We're going to strain our lye just to make sure there's no lumps or icky bits that get into our lovely oils. And then we're going to bring it to a light trace with our trusty stick blender. And I love seeing that beautiful spiral. Ah, focus camera, focus! So today I'm actually having a little bit of a play with a design that I've never tried before, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I know, I spoiler alerted in the intro, you guys already know what's coming, but I thought I might get a little bit artistic and a little bit crazy for the guys soap, because I so often keep the man soap a very, very simple design, simply black and white, no swirls, no fun. So this is a different fragrance that I'm using in this soap, because it's nice to carry more than one man soap. So my regular man soap, I use a lovely fragrance called Black Tie. And I always used to carry a blue man soap that was called Bay Rum, but I've since lost the access to my favourite Bay Rum fragrance. The supplier is no longer selling that scent, which is a real shame. It was the same supplier that I used to get my candy cane fragrance from, and they no longer have that one as well, so it's a real bummer. But that's alright, you got to roll with the punches. This fragrance is called CK1, so it's a dupe of Calvin Klein perfume. It's not one that I'm familiar with, but to me I'm reminded of a body wash for boys that we get here in New Zealand that's called Lynx, and it comes in a lot of different scents, so I can't really tell you which one. I just get a sort of overall generic Lynx smell, which I think is a good scent for men. It's quite fresh and clean and earthy. Nothing too, they don't want anything with too much frills. And with that in mind, I'm trying to keep my colours pretty basic. Here's that fragrance I was just talking about, and it's going in now. I will say it's very well behaved. It doesn't cause the soap to thicken up. It smells great in the final soap, and it doesn't do any kind of discolouring or anything like that. So it's a very well behaved fragrance, and I like it for that. I'll definitely be getting a bigger bottle next time. So yes, my embeds are going to be shades of green and blue. My colours are blue and white, and I'm just sort of going to try to keep it a bit simple, but it's also going to be really fantastic. A nice soap to represent my brand, Starr Soaps. a little bit of white soap into the base, but I've realized that my large Starr log is just a little too long to fit inside my mold. So I'm just holding it up against the mold to check just how much I need to trim off and show you guys how cool it looks. And now it just fits into the mold, so that's that's handy. And this way I can be really particular about where I want it. So if I wanted it at the top of the soap, I could leave it suspended like high up here, but in this case I'm going to gently coerce it down to the bottom. Make sure that it's nestling into that little layer of white soap at the bottom, and I've got nice thin soap so I can hopefully bang out any air bubbles, because we want to make sure that there is soap going all the way around our embed, and it's easy when you've got an embed that's tightly fitting like that for you to trap a big air bubble underneath. So you want to make sure that you wiggle it and jiggle it, and if you've got nice thin soap, that really helps as well. It's kind of a case of, as you can sort of imagine, it's like surface area and the tension as you're pushing your embed down, and you can trap that air underneath. So I'm drizzling a little bit of white soap here all along the side and across the top, because I'm trying to really ensure that I'm getting that white soap all the way around. That will help the star to stand out in the final design before I go ahead and add any colour or anything that's going to distract against it, even though my blue is a different shade to the grey star. So I've gone and poured enough white soap, and it's actually stayed sitting there on the ledge of the Starr log, which is wonderful. And now I'm going to take my blue soap and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of that too, being very careful to just keep it at that corner. And I love how it looks when a little bit of it accidentally drizzles over. It's magical. Lots of tapping, lots of pouring, and now it's time for us to add our very skinny little Starr Soap logs. Now I made these, and I've actually got another video coming up that's really going to highlight these little Starr Soap logs. I'm very excited to share it with you, using a clay extruder that was actually sent to me by the lovely Jennifer Dymart Olsen from Gentle Soaps in Canada. And she actually ordered it online and just had it sent straight to my address. So it was very, very neat, sweet little surprise that just popped up in my mailbox one day. And you just take your soapy dough that you've squished in your hands, like I'll leave a link below to that video, but I'm sure most of my viewers are familiar with that now. And you pop it into your clay extruder and push it out, and it comes out like a spaghetti log, and it's super fun to do. And then you end up with these cool little embeds that you can put in, and you know that whenever you go to cut the bars, you're going to see the design inside. So I really love it, and I think that, you know, everybody that's making soap dough who's into soap dough would probably be into having one of these clay extruder tools. So yeah, look it up, check it out. They're not too expensive, a lot of fun, and the things you can create, you're really only limited by your imagination and of course by your stencils that come with it, but they give you like 12, I think, different stencils to choose from. And to be completely honest with you, I only know how the star works because it's the only one I've been using. Mine might as well have just come with 12 stars because I think that's all I'll ever do. I love including stars anywhere and everywhere that I can in my soap because it's on brand, right? Starr Soaps. So I've very carefully poured blue and white here, and you know what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to come back through with my skewer tool and I'm going to give it a swirly top. But you also know my luck. The battery, of course, has to run out and die on me, so you don't actually get to see me swirling the very top of it, and I'm sorry. So it sits overnight and now we're ready to come back and unmold and cut the soap. The wet soap, or the blue and white soap, is pretty firm but a little bit soft still. I want to get it out of the mold and I want to cut it as soon as I can because that embed inside, that big star embed inside, is only going to get harder, and I need to try to make sure that all the soap is at about the same hardness when I go to cut the bars. I think you'll see what I mean. Unfortunately, my multi-bar cutter is on the fritz at the moment, so I'm back to using my little cutter here. It's a little bit of a blast from the past. I've always used to use this. It's just a little marble cheese cutter that I picked up actually at an op shop for like $10 too, but it's a trusty thing and I can always come back to it. Me and hubby are working on getting the multi-bar cutter fixed and I can start using it again soon. But in the meantime, this works. So I go ahead and I cut these bars and let's see how they look. extra sticky soap, so I did rush through the cutting there a little bit. Sorry about that. I do love how these turned out. They each have a very unique design to them. Here are some photographs of what the swirled soap looked like in the mold, so the wet soap. It's quite mesmerizing. I really like it when it almost looks like it's moving like that, if it's like a magic eye. And here we have the cut bars, which I just love how they've turned out. The big star at the bottom is completely surrounded in soap, so win. And the little stars are all kind of just all over the place. So in some bars they're in a perfect line, and in some bars there's some at the top and some at the bottom. But no, ultimately I really like how this has come out. I don't think it's too girly or too much for a guy. I really do hope that boys will be drawn to it, but we'll find out when I get out to markets and try and sell them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then feel free to hit the subscribe button and become a member of the Starr Soaps family. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!